Hey everybody, and welcome back to another LEGO Marvel Avengers set review. And I'm going to be reviewing the LEGO Avengers Ultimate Quinjet, which is part of the Avengers Endgame wave. And let's start off by taking a look at the minifigures and then the build. So the first minifigure I'm going to take a look at is the Chitauri. And these are not exclusive, but pretty rare. This only came in this set and the Hulk helicopter drop, which I do have, but I have not reviewed. I actually got it for Christmas in 2019. And I should probably review that, but most likely maybe next week. And yeah, this is a pretty cool design. Has a pretty nice blaster. Unfortunately, low leg printing, but has some pretty cool torso printing as well as some head printing. And you do get two in this set, which are both identical, even down to the weapon. Next up is Thor, which I guess you could say is exclusive, but nothing really new to the set. He uses his Quantum Realm suit as well as his face print and hairpiece in the Infinity War sets, as well as this little Stormbreaker axe, which is not new. Also came in that Thor Weapon Quest set, which I did review, so go check that out on the little card. Next up is Rocket Raccoon, which is exclusive for his printing actually, with his shoulder or his little head being new, because instead of was it a brown shoulder pad, it actually has a silver pad now, but everything else is just pretty much the same. Same tail, same Quantum Realm suit, and no leg printing, which that's fine, and a pretty cool gun piece. But that's it for Rocket Raccoon. Nothing else to show about this guy. Next up is Hawkeye, and I don't know, I kind of wish he went with a different design than his Quantum Realm outfit, which sure looks nice, but we get that in every Endgame set, so I don't really get it. I wish he just did Ronin, which in my opinion would be a more interesting variant for him. But yeah, just same old Hawkeye in his Quantum Realm suit. And yeah, faceprint is the one from Han Solo from the 2018 Solo sets, which doesn't really look like Jeremy Renner, nor does the hairpiece work. So yeah, honestly, kind of a boring minifigure overall. Next up is Black Widow, and this is not new, or well, sort of was new at the time, but it's not exclusive rather, because she did come in the Hulk helicopter drop, where she has her Quantum Realm suit, as well as those two batons, which are lightsaber blades, as well as that same face print and hairpiece, which uses the Jyn Erso face print, as well as a hairpiece, but in orange. So here is the build for the Avengers Quinjet. There is also this little trike right here, which we'll take a look at that at the end, but let's take a look at the namesake Quinjet, which looks pretty good. I really love this build. It looks amazing. This is probably the best Quinjet they've ever made, and probably even my favorite Endgame set besides that compound. And let's start off at the cockpit section, which has some pretty nice greebling details using these corner pieces, which look really nice on both sides, as well as the navy blue, black, and orange pieces surprisingly go really well. And on the side, there is this little, I guess, flap or wing area right here, which has A61. The other side has an Avengers logo. This can move, but isn't really meant to move. As well as these nice silver, I guess, what are these, vent pieces rather? And has a little cockpit, which is in orange, which is kind of unstable because it does fall off a bit. And inside there is a spot for one minifigure, as well as a little control panel. And you can fit Black Widow there, and it works pretty well. Moving on to the wing area, you can see that these look pretty good. I really like the design of it, and yeah, it's sort of dusty because I did build this last year. That looks pretty nice, as well as this little turbine area, which is on both sides of the build of the Quinjet, and these little flaps right here, which I don't know if it's supposed to move, but it's kind of there just for angling. This can also move, but I don't think it's really meant to. And in between all of that, we have this little, I guess, containment area for more minifigures, which that looks pretty great, as well as a little spot for that little trike right there. But let's take a look at the inside of this, which, as you can see, there's a little fire extinguisher, some little panel on both ends, which look pretty good, as well as a spot for two minifigures, and you can actually stand some minifigures here as well. There are also clips for, I guess, the accessories, so let's go ahead and fill this up with minifigures. And as you can see, the minifigures all fit well. Like, you can actually accommodate every single one of them, even their accessories as well. Like, just a perfect amount of clips just for all of their accessories, including Black Widow's batons. And it is kind of hard to sit Hawkeye. You kind of have to maybe position him in a certain way. But yeah, you can even close this up and have some standing room, and it works pretty well. And there is this also like orange windshield as well, which looks pretty good. Which I don't believe is new. Moving on from there, we have this little engine area, which is on both sides and are identical, using the Nexonite's shield, which look pretty good, as well as a sticker for ventilation, which these can move, but I don't think it's really meant to be moved. And I really like the build of the engine, it looks good. And the fin right here has an Avengers logo printing. The same thing goes with this other side. And yeah, nothing too different between both of them. And in between the engines is this little like door, which I believe they use in the Nexonite's like Fortrex sets, which those actually look pretty good and works well there. And on the back of that, there is a big cannon here with a rapid stud shooter, which you guys know how those work. I'm not going to activate it because last time it made a huge mess. And there is a ramp here, which, as you can see, is pretty hollow, but it's actually meant to accommodate that little trike there. And just looking inside, there isn't really anything there. And it's a nice spot to put your Avengers, but you can actually put this little trike in there, and then even put in the cannon, which that fits pretty well. And you can close the ramp, and that looks pretty good. And you can easily remove that. It goes on these little Technic pins, which those work pretty well. And of course, rapid stud shooter, which I don't want to shoot because, I mean, despite being fun to play with, they do get lost very easily, but thankfully you do get extras. This spot here can open up, but isn't really meant to open up. And yeah, that's actually it for the build for the Avengers Ultimate Quinjet. Actually, I did forget to point out there were stud shooters on this side of the little ship. And yeah, that's it for the build of the Quinjet. Let's take a look at that little trike in that little ramp area. And that trike looks, I don't know, it's just weird. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know, it's interesting, I guess. But yeah, I guess I don't know, it looks kind of weird. It looks really weird, actually. It looks like something that you ride on your belly, which I guess is supposed to be like a cushion here, then a handlebar, and then they have these little like ball joints here, which don't really do anything. I'm guessing it's supposed to like prevent it from falling out of the Quinjet so easily, but I don't really get the point of that. And there are stud shooters on the sides right here, which look pretty good. I don't know, but that's really it for the little trike. And that's actually it for all the builds on this set. So yeah, overall, I think that this is a pretty good set. Like, I really don't have any complaints regarding the builds. My only complaint is actually with the minifigures, where, I don't know, I kind of wish they weren't all in their Quantum Realm suits. Well, I guess that's sort of a problem with Hawkeye, which I wish Hawkeye actually had his different outfit than his Quantum Realm suit, where he could have been in his Ronin outfit or whatever, because that would look so much more better and so much more accurate. And even in you, like, they could have done a different face print, could have done a different hairpiece because it's kind of inaccurate. But yeah, that's actually all the complaints and nothing much else to say. I really think this is a good set. Love the minifigures. That's it for the builds, and that's it for this video, guys, and hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.